if you're thinking, oh man, I was shite at Dark Souls parries, so was everybody, but this is much easier.
Damn. Come on. Oh, he's killed me. He's killed me.
To be fair, man, it's been a while since you've played this game.
Well, hello viewers, and welcome to a series of gaming. This is Bloodborne. My name's Guffbaw, and there's Dougie there.
I'm Dougie.
Dougie, tell me about Bloodborne.
So it's a game that made by From Software, and probably, I think, whenever I talk about my favourite games, I'm always thinking about this one as maybe the top. So it's a good game.
Yeah, it's always near the top.
Aye, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just so good. There is, like, every FromSoft game has this air of mystery about it, but none of them have the mystery of this game, in my opinion.
So Dougie there's completed the game and all the DLCs, correct?
Yep.
Or the one DLC. All of
Technically
them.
accurate.
Yep. And I've only played up to about maybe a third of the way or halfway, maybe, would you say?
Yeah, I would say about half. Maybe half if you include the DLC.
Right, cool. So we're second half blind for old Guffbaw here. We're gonna try and talk you through the story. The story's very embroiled in observation and item descriptions and some NPC quests. We're going to try and do all the NPC quests, try not to fuck them up too hard. And Dougie's going to keep us right on the lore front. So I think we just go for it. As soon as we hit a new game, we're going to get a little cutscene, and then I'll put a wee timestamp so that you can skip the character creator if you want to.
Aye, you won't, but you know.
Aye, here we go.
Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Okay, let's create a character then. Enter name. Cave.
Cave
Cave it is.
Colin? I knew it. Yeah. Before I seen the O, I was like, he's going to say Colin.
Yeah.
Feels if you don't get the Colin stuff, you're actually going to have to go and watch an entire Final Fantasy 9 Let's Play, and then just for good measure to make sure you still get it, then the Final Fantasy 7 one.
Yeah. Yep, agreed. Okay. Gender, male. Let's make him aged.
I've never fully appreciated this origin default. Milk toast.
Unhappy upbringing. All attributes average.
Fair.
Oh no, it's happy upbringing. Why did I go to unhappy? That was weird.
Well,
yep.
You're right.
So, see up in the top left there, we've got our stats in this game. Level, blood echoes is your level, and currency. And
top
then,
right.
What did I say?
Top left.
Yeah, I think my brain's upside down.
And it's on telly.
It's on telly. So, vitality and endurance are your health and stamina, and then strength and skill. Can you explain them?
So it's based on the kind of weapons you want to use. So if you're using like a heavy, big weapon, strength will give you more bonuses, or actually just let you wield it. Because some weapons you need to be a certain stat first, and then skill is your classic dexterity. Mm-hmm. I'll let you explain the bomb too.
Sorry, I thought you had more there, and I had a mouthful of Coke Zero.
Delicious Coke.
Yeah, delicious Coke Zero. Yeah, although I did go Pepsi Max for. Yeah. So, blood tinge and arcane. Who knows, man? But blood tinge, I believe,
is guns.
Guns.
I think blood tinge is to do with guns. And then arcane is like the weird magic-y stuff that you can do, but I never ever done. Because I don't know how it works.
I feel like the items you get for those builds, you come later. So it's a hard slog to pick that going in. So we're going to choose this one, military veteran, because even though you've got low health and endurance, health and stamina, pardon me, your strength and skills high, meaning we can wield most of the weapons in the game.
Viewers, while that screen's up, if you wouldn't mind put it back, Guffy, let us know in the comments which one you would be.
In real life.
In real life, which one are you?
Yeah.
Don't say waste of skin, come on. Behave yourself, you're fine. You're fine.
Inspiring words. Appearance.
It's odd that you don't have a randomise, but you should make them exactly how you imagined Colin in Final Fantasy IX.
Where's the Colin in Final Fantasy IX? Okay.
Now,
the real Colin.
The real Colin.
The real Colin, yeah. Only the real ones know that reference. Right, here we go. Where's the colour? You can make skin colour.
The one
You
that
can
says
make
colour.
it... Oh, wait. Yeah. Skin tone. Orange?
So nice and light.
Let's make them orange. How orange can you make them? Oh, change by 10. Look at that option down at the bottom there. Purple and orange don't go together. I thought it would be more drastic than this, though.
I think it can get pretty drastic, but I think it's because, I mean, you've got two lights and darks, and they're at opposite ends of the spectrum, which is causing me confusion.
I've seen people make them. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, so we do.
Dark light at the top, and you've got light dark at the bottom.
What the hell?
Excuse me?
I've just made him look a bit kind of unhealthy, to be honest.
Remember Benny in school when Lassie stalked him? That boy took the biggest beamer I've ever seen in my life.
How do you make people blue? That's the closest to blue that I've seen so far.
Are we maybe just on their face just now?
Aye.
So
Skin
what
colour.
is... Sorry?
No, but I've been in here. Like I've changed it all.
Ah, okay. Oh, do you know, I'm sitting there thinking that a light and dark thing is because I wasn't even looking at the left-hand side that was saying like skin tone and stuff.
Aye.
Or laugh lines.
Right, well, we'll just make
base
them
skin
that,
colour?
I suppose.
Base skin colour?
But there's not a whole bunch
that's
of options.
right, that's what you were on there. Okay.
Yeah.
I swear I've made them Hulk green before.
Yeah, what gives? Okay, we'll just show Jerome. Let's go with...
I take it back, viewers, you probably have skipped to forward after this.
Yeah. Here.
And that's the kind of RGB you want for the skin up there.
Sorry?
See your hair, brow, beard colour?
Yes.
That's the kind of option you want for skin.
Aye, so
It's
where's
classic
that?
RGB.
Make it this colour. Look at that. Glorious.
Mm.
We can't have skin colour, but... Oh! I'll never get that back.
No, it's no quite as good.
There it is.
Yeah. He looks like a bit of an anime character.
Yeah, he does a wee bit, doesn't he?
It's a wee bit embarrassed.
Yeah.
Beard? No beard?
Mutton chops and twirly moustache.
Oh.
Yep.
Why not?
Cool. I'm digging it. Pupils. Colour of pupils.
Aye, full red.
Full red. Okay. Oh, purple. Well, a wee bit of blue.
Hey.
See that?
Do what you want, mate. It's yourself.
Yep. Let's put some glasses on him then. I think we can call this done. Them ones? I think that's
Nice.
appropriate.
I think that's the only glasses you're allowed to wear when you've got mutton chops.
That's yeah, that'll be in like some town charter somewhere in the US. Right, finish. Let's go. We're playing the game.
We'll see you in a minute, viewers. I said that thinking there was a cutscene coming. No, I feel weird.
One will come.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
And that's us.
So famously in From Software games, you get dropped into a world and have no idea what in the world's going on. So let's look for some clues, eh?
Yep, and there's like a lot to unpack there, but also like not so much to unpack compared to the other ones. You're starting with a scene where an old guy in a wheelchair. Do you know whose voice actor that is?
No?
Good da, I wish I knew, man. It's a good one. But he's talking about blood administration, he's talking about pale blood. We don't know what that is. He's talking about getting some sort of like blood transfusion, you get it, and then next thing you know, you're being prowled on by some big wolf bear, and then it just bursts into flames. It touches you, but is it even touching you? It's hard to tell. Is it our blood that's turned it on fire? Is it the wee guys?
Yeah,
I actually don't know.
Who the fuck knows? We've got a clue here.
In my handwritten scroll, seek pale blood to transcend the hunt.
Okay, I guess that's the only clue we've got. We've got a door here.
And that's the second mention of pale blood.
Yeah, okay, pale blood
Currently,
must be
your
important.
your goal is just to seek it out, whatever that means. If you think about Dark Souls, you're told entirely how the world was created. Essentially, you're told basically every main person in the whole game in the first 5 minutes. So even though you still feel lost, you have a sense of something that's going on. Whereas this is just total nothing.
And we've been dropped unarmed, and we confront this. What I quite like to imagine in these games is one of the best ways to immerse yourself is like, what if this happened?
Aye, would I fuck go up and karate chop its arsehole? You should do right now.
Yeah, I'm going to try and karate chop its arsehole. It's seen me there, Dukes.
Yeah. So, viewers, you can actually win this fight as long as you get behind them and do a visceral. You probably could do it with just hand to hand, but it's quite hard. It takes a while. Guffy probably should be able to do this.
You want me
Let
to
us know
do
in the
this?
comments if you think. Aye. Let us know in the comments if you think you can, viewers.
This is the hardest boss in the game. I don't know that I've ever done this.
It's actually not bad. You just wait till he does that, and then get behind him. Well, I don't let him do that, but you know. Speedrunners feels actually just run past that guy.
No.
Aye, just run past him.
Jesus.
Running past things is actually a major thing on speedruns.
Really?
One of the keys.
Getting somewhere fast.
Aye. And no wasting time. It's all there. But we've been teleported somewhere. This is quite like the Nexus and Demon Souls. You die and then you come back somewhere. Like a hub. Which also, Demon Souls had a boss that you could kill, but is very hard to in the kind of starting area.
Just like that wolf. So here we are.
Yep.
So, we've been killed basically as soon as we arrived in the town. And we've been teleported to this strange place. Is this heaven or hell?
It's very reminiscent of the Ash Lake in Dark Souls with the trees.
It really is. Yeah, so it is. Wonder if it's the same place.
Mm-hmm. An abandoned doll.
Okay, so talk us through this bit, Diggs.
So we've got wee messenger guys here who actually offer you your first weapon. But the thing is, they were so brave here. But I don't know if it's brave, but they've put the fact that your only weapons at this point, you have to make sure you're actually paying attention enough to actually see what these are. But I can imagine some folk are just looking at them and I don't know what that is. I'm going to stay away from them, thinking they're enemies or something. But you get a trick weapon and you get to choose one.
Now, the three of them are good,
had to,
but
yes.
I think you were going to say the same thing, but the saw cleaver is by far the best one.
In our humble opinions.
You want to read this out?
Okay. One of the trick weapons at the workshop, commonly used in the hunting business. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw, with its set of blood-letting teeth, has become the symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast.
Cool.
One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used in the hunt, retains the qualities of an axe, but offers a wider palette of attacks by transforming. Boasts a heavy blunt attack leading to high rally potential. No matter their pests, beasts are no more than beasts. Some choose this axe to play the part of executioner.
Cool. And then finally the threaded cane.
One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by hunters on their duties. Sufficiently deadly as a rigid bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beasts with a whip is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of hunt will never encroach upon the soul.
So, we'll get used to that. We're going to be reading a lot of item descriptions because that's how we learn the story. Let's go with Saw Cleaver.
Aye, it's just good. One thing it does there, I don't know if you noticed that because you clicked off it. If you click off it too quick, you'll miss it. That they mention specifically that the weapon should go in your right hand.
Oh, okay.
And I think that came from, so I watched someone play Dark Souls for the first time. Their YouTube name is Lavinia, if you do want to go and search her out. And she, for honest to God, it was so funny. The first maybe 5 or 6 videos, she put the weapon on her left hand slot, right, and then put a shield on the right hand slot. But it was even more unlucky because see, when you R1 a shield, they kind of waved their left arm a wee bit in the hit. So when she was hitting with her shield, it did look a wee bit like he was hitting with a bit of his sword, and she just thought that was the damage.
Oh, really? Damn.
And we're talking ages before they found out. Very good.
So this is your firearm choice. I'm just going to go with Hunter's Pistol, I think.
It's just the best one for its purpose, in my opinion. I'm sure there's ways, if you want to do a blood tinge build, your blood to tinge build, maybe. But there's better guns for that, I think. And the gun is just mainly your parry mechanic. It's not really for damage. Although, you see if you've got a boss down to like hardly any health at all. Actually, hardest boss in this game, on my third try, won't spoil who it is just yet, but on my third try, I got him down to literally nothing in the health bar. And I had bullets left, and I just never thought of shooting it a couple of times, and I died before I got my final hit in. And I think, but I'm almost glad I didn't, because I would have finished that boss thinking, what's all the hullabaloo about this boss? It's easy.
Yeah.
And it isn't easy at all, viewers. It then took me genuinely 70 tries after that to beat him.
So now that we've got a weapon, we can make short work. I think it was because words were on the screen there. Did you see that?
Aye. And then you've used a lot more words to explain it.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing you may have noticed, viewers, if you're eagle-eyed, that beast had eyes there that were glowy and flashy. What's all that about?
So I believe that's a mechanic where whenever you die, you have to run and go to your death point and pick up your blood echoes again. But sometimes it can actually be tied to an enemy. I think this was the first game. Well, you told me it was the first game in the series that actually did that, where it tied it to an enemy. So that's pretty cool. This gate's closed.
First and last, maybe? Question mark?
Maybe, yeah. Can't remember if Elden Ring did it.
Sekiro do it in some way. I can't remember what happens if you die in that. You don't lose. All you do is lose experience or progress bars or something with Sekiro, don't you?
That's right.
I can't remember if you can get it back or not. I just can't remember. But sometimes and many times if you die from an enemy, the only way of getting your stuff back is by killing that enemy, which is like pretty fucking harsh, actually, if you're struggling with someone.
Just look at this place.
Yeah, it's total. What does it remind you of? To me, it's a Gothic Anor Londo.
Oh, yeah. 100% from Dark Souls. So now that we've got a weapon, we're pretty formidable here, or at least... Oh.
Aye, I'm no fear. Are you fear?
I'm no fear. Let's go.
Well, I mean, I said that like in a bad time after you got a wee fright for that guy.
Yes.
I was planning to say that beforehand.
No fear.
So, straight away, they're doing things that... Can you remind me, was Bloodborne before or after Dark Souls 2?
I believe it was after.
It's after, okay. I was about to say this is one of the first ones where they had enemies that were like laying dead and would get up, but Dark Souls 2 did that.
Mm-hmm.
They're quite sneaky with some of their enemies, especially in this first area. I think this area has almost probably the most like surprise ambushes. I guess an ambush is always a surprise. Than the rest of the game that I can remember. There's loads of wee sneaky folk hiding behind corners.
So in this game, instead of bonfires, we've got lamps. They're kind of a wee bit nerfed though, because you can't just sit down at them and level up or whatever. You actually need to teleport back to the Hunter's Dream. A strange thing, but there we go.
Yeah.
This guy in the window, whenever you've got a wee lamp on, you've got a friend in the window. Let's chat.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yharnam has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yharnam lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yharnamites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east.
Okay, so that's a duplicate. So across the valley, that must be Cathedral Ward over there across the bridge. And we've been called a hunter a couple of times now. And it seems like something's going on called the hunt. So we've woken up in a pretty strange place and been given a weapon.
And we get a lot of information for an NPW there, where he's like...
that non-player window.
Yes, you know. So, and he tell you, like you've obviously said the word pale blood to him. He doesn't know what that is, but he points you in the direction, the Healing Church, and you can start to piece together what that might be. Where the old guy at the start spoke about blood administration being a thing called the Healing Church that know all about blood. So there must be something in there that heals people. So we're heading there to see what that's all about.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a good drop.
That's a good drop, yeah. So now that we've got a Molotov cocktail, I'll put it on a quick bar so it's on square. This is the gate from earlier. You can open it up if you want.
Yeah.
Pretty pointless.
Never use it.
Pretty pointless.
Just to show you. Listen, there is shortcuts. This one's shit.
Yeah, don't worry about
They
it.
might get better. They might get better.
Yeah. So this guy's perfect for just getting your parrying window down. The gun is all about parrying. It doesn't do damage, as Dougie said earlier. And
if you're thinking, oh man, I'll shite at Dark Souls parries, so is everybody, but this is much easier.
Damn. Come on. Oh, he's killed me. He's killed me.
To be fair, man, it's been a while since you've played this game.
For the love of God. So I definitely need to practice.
Spoilers,
because you said it was easy. The minute you said easy, I got hit in the head with the first one, and that was me. My head was gone after that.
Oh, you could actually have went down the stairs because you opened that really useful shortcut.
Yeah, that's what I meant all along. Showcase the shortcut.
Viewers, if you're
quick. Oh, hello.
Yep. Viewers, if you're one of the 6 or 7 people that got a chance to watch our first ever Bloodborne upload, you'll actually know that Guffy did that the first time.
Yeah.
But knew that we're re-recording. It's not quite went as well, but there you go. Blood Echo's not attached to an enemy, thankfully.
Oh, I got him, but he got me too. But I'll get it out back.
Fine.
There we go.
Yeah. That's the regain mechanic. I think it's called regain. That's what I'm calling it anyway. I think it's actually called something else, but where you take damage, but to try and say to you, like, FromSoft has a way of like trying to teach you the game just based on
Mechanics.
nothing but mechanics. So in Elden Ring, if that's the only one you've played, they actually did a lot more tutorial than they would normally do there. But they put like prompts up on the screen telling you how to do this and that. But a lot of the times in these games, it was just play the game and you'll understand eventually. So when you get hit, you'll see that the meter goes down, but it's still like there's that effect on it as if it could still be there. And as you hit and do damage, that will go back up. So it's just telling you, see if you're the kind of guy that was in Dark Souls using a shield. That's not going to work. You need to be aggressive. Patience. Well, it's a fine line. You still have to be kind of patient, but you also need to be aggressive when you're hit.
But don't let getting hit deter you from pushing in, I think is the lesson. Be patient and collected, but you need to
don't be shy.
Yeah, temper your aggression, but be more aggressive. And also don't be shy. That's a good point.
Right,
I'm still working on that.
Cue to the you getting smashed in the heat for that guy.
Yeah, Dougie did allude to Bloodstone Shard. That's a good pickup.
Yeah. A solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, some substances crystallize, but most simply harden and form bloodstones. At the workshop, these bloodstones are embedded in weapons to fortify them. These are just your basic weapon upgrades. You use them on weapons. The weapons get better. You do more damage. Folk die faster, and then you feel better.
Complete game faster, maybe?
Yeah. Possibly. Possibly.
We're not doing a no level up run in this one. Gonna have some fun with builds.
No doing that.
Got some quicksilver bullets. I'm just going round the outside here just to grab it. But something. Oh, hello.
Okay. Oh. Nice block. Or dodge. Viewers, if you've not clocked how many guys are in this part of the level yet, it is a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's the most I've this is total hyperbole probably, but I feel like when I looked at this was and at the time the game came out, this was the most guys I've ever seen in one level.
Yeah, in gaming. Almost.
Yeah.
Like,
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other concentrated amount of guys in the one place.
No, and
someone's
like
going to come up, what about your favourite game, this game? Then I don't know, man, maybe get out my comments.
Yeah, chicken posse. No one invited you.
For that one, viewers, you're going to have to look for a very specific Final Fantasy VII episode that we mention once and then never mention again for another 40 episodes.
So, like, they've taken one of those beasts and, crucified it and set it on fire. But these guys don't look like... Yeah, it does look bigger. But these guys don't seem the full shilling themselves.
No.
Based on their faces. Look at his face. He's...
and their actions
wolfish.
aren't, that good either.
Their actions aren't that good either because they want to just kill me because...
If you just did something weird with your weapon, do you want to explain that?
So, see when you're hitting somebody with your weapon, you can change it mid-combo. I'm going to go up and get that guy. He bums me out. You can change it mid-combo, and it actually does a transform combo, which does damage. Oh. For a couple of heals.
It's quite good at the healing. I was planning on asking the viewers how long until you think Guffy accidentally throws a Molotov instead of healing, but you've been alright at it so far.
That is totally something I would do.
It's as soon as you put it on the quick bar, that right, he's got one, he's put it in his quick bar, that's getting jumped at a wall. So you notice when he changes his circle, we never went into this properly, when he changes it, it changes the moveset entirely. It changes the range. I don't know if it changes the damage, but you see it's going swings up and down. Good if it's like a flying enemy. Whereas the other one, it's maybe a bit slower though. But, it changes the way you play. You've got weapons. So there's actually less weapons in this game than like Dark Souls, for example. But you've probably got, I would argue, you've probably got more movesets.
Oh yeah, I totally agreed. So that door we all thought was going to burst open when we first played this, but it actually, thankfully, remains closed. Yeah, I love the weapons in this game.
Yeah.
The weapon. This is the best. As you say, this is the best weapons here. Cold Blood Dew.
Droplets of cold blood containing blood echoes, used to gain blood echoes. Hunters sustained with the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude for their victims. Blood echoes.
Yep.
So, I've never mentioned that blood echoes are souls. And we will call blood echoes souls. We will call lamps bonfires. Mm-hmm. And there is absolutely nothing that you can do about it.
Yeah. Chicken posse.
Yeah. There's one thing you should maybe know. Guffy knew it's an NPC here because these lanterns with this incense generally indicate there's someone there.
People seem to hate us though.
I mean, Gilbert said the same. Like, outsiders aren't very welcome.
Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Poor thing.
That's a duplicate. I was just admiring
I was
Colin's...
talking to the first one.
Just admiring Colin's blood-stained everything.
Aye.
So down there's a wee shortcut. Just remember dog cages. We'll come back to this later, but I tend to quite like to go this way if I'm doing a kind of full playthrough.
Yeah, it's another one where the shortcut's kind of not really needed. It's not when you're going to look at it and go, oh my god, excellent. It's just one that's there if you want to. Don't be like fooled, because these crows can actually be quite bad news if they get you with that. Jump at it, because they do actually, like, they merge quite well into the background sometimes and you just don't see them, like if they're in a bush.
Yeah, they're very problematic. Oh, wrong way, pardon me. So let's go and see what was behind that door then, shall we? One of these guys. Interesting because his choice of weapon is just a Yharnam brick. There we go. We're back.
And he hits like a ton of them.
Yeah, it's true.
So you see he was much better with he's much better with the parry that time, and it does a lot of damage to those guys. The big slow guys. Yeah. You kind of want to get good at parrying. Again, the game's not telling you that parrying is important at this point, but they're giving you big guys like the big axe guy and that guy. It's not essential to parry, but it makes it way easier.
100% easier. So I should have said when we picked up the last one, but that Cold Blood Dew is kind of like just having souls / blood echoes / cheddar in the bank. And you can just, it's coin purse. You can just pop them whenever you want. You don't lose them when you die. So it's good to have.
Aye.
This bit's trouble if you take your eye off the ball.
Yeah, if you come and rush this bit, which is the same with basically any level, but in particular this one, you come in rushing this one, you're going to have a bad time. These guys have certainly seen better days. They're not beasts as such, but some of them are turning into something. But they also seem to think you're a beast. So they're still not quite with it.
Yeah.
You'd also be forgiven as well, because if you've never played this game, you've not heard anything about it, and you don't want to play it, because otherwise you probably should stop watching and play it. You'd be forgiven for thinking this is just a Resident Evil style action game where you're just running around. There's wolves, there's like werewolf thingies, there's guys turning. It's like, yeah, okay, but actually it's not until like later on in the game, spoilers, that you realise someone else is totally up, and that's what makes the game so good.
Yeah, so the only thing that you could maybe say is giving you a clue about that is how weird is the fact that you've died and went to the hunter's dream. Like, there's some bigger powers at work here, keeping us alive. And that's one of those things. You first told me this. I'm just going to go down and we'll just remember that this way here exists. We'll remember that. And we'll tackle the bridge, another pretty hard area. But, the fact that our player character and us as players can die and come back to life has kind of been written into the story by way of the hunter's dream in this game. So
Yeah.
that's kind of strange that we died and then came back to life right away. So
Not strange if you're someone who's used to Souls games, because that's always the mechanic. But in terms of if you take this game, it's like a singularity. It is a strange thing. You don't know why. In Dark Souls and pretty much all of them, it's explained very quickly why you're coming back to life. In Dark Souls, it's because you're actually undead, so that's you can't die. That makes sense. In Sekiro, you've been given there's a curse that's pretty much explained to you straight away as soon as you find out that you can't die. In Elden Ring, it's a kind of similar vibe as well. In this one, you're like, why am I come back?
just
All
part
I
of
know is
this,
I'm a hunter. I don't know what that means.
part of the mystery, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is more going on. So fasten your seatbelts, viewers. We're going to go through the story as it comes, but yeah, there's plenty of
you
juicy
just
stuff.
Fight those two without Molotovs?
I threw one Molotov.
Oh, yeah, that's well done. I usually just spam them because I find them quite troublesome.
They are quite troublesome. I don't know. I think
That's good.
listening to your story just kind of got me going then. So there is another way here, but it's irreversible. So before we go there, I'm going to just visit this place down here because joyous news coming up for any Souls fan who plays these games for the first time.
Yep.
You know what's coming. It's maybe not the best one, but it is a really, really fabulous one when you find it.
No, I would argue this almost is the best one. And like, well, I know
Let's get
that's
there.
a
Let's
bit
get
over
there
the
so
top,
we can.
but-
Pungent Blood Cocktail.
Yeah.
Let's check that out.
Mature blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts. Precious tool in sadly short supply. In Yharnam, they produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is the more intoxicating.
What was intoxicating was your voiceover for these item.
No, it was a bit more Garland that time. I'm trying to fixate myself into a style of character.
Yeah, you were like
Who would love you?
Gilbert and Garland mixed together.
Aye, when they remake this, maybe I'll be that guy in the book next, since nobody knows who he is. So, viewers, we are coming up to spoilers. Boss. Write in the comments right now, and I mean right now. How many tries is it going to take?
How many tries is it going to take Guffbaw to do it?
I'll spoil the episode that doesn't exist by telling you that I guessed one attempt, and maybe I'll let you know later what he got it in the first time.
So there's the shortcut. That was what we were alluding to. It's a shortcut. Look at this. We're back here. We've got some short ways through there. But I would maybe say that the very first, the elevator in Dark Souls, by the way, we're going to go to the Hunter stream, but the elevator in Dark Souls taking you back to Firelink was just one of those moments.
Oh, yeah. When I've said best, I meant in this game, no in the series.
Gotcha.
Just in case.
Gotcha.
Because it does literally nothing to beat that one, because it's the fucking first one.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
Okay, the door's open.
And at first, for the longest time, I thought this was the guy for the starting cutscene.
Yeah, me too.
The new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gammon, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
I don't like the way you say it, but it's not a bad idea.
No.
This was your
Okay,
So
workshop.
he gives you your first, proper, nice, low-key objective, and it's just go and kill some beasts. I was like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, sounds great, mate.
to escape this dreadful hunter's stream. Halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever.
That's an objective, kind of. Very
Mhm.
vague. Go and stop the thing that's happening. But hey,
Yep.
No guys in there
Buy
right now.
with insight. What
Yeah.
is that?
So insight, I don't know about that yet.
So you got a wee bath shop here
Ooh,
where you can actually buy your first armor set
let's do it.
and actually look a wee bit more like a local.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right, let's read the lore.
Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited Yharnamites to serve as hunters. This hunter's attire was made for new recruits and has excellent straightforward defence. This is not nearly enough, though, to allow an ordinary man to stand any real chance against the beast.
Okay, Ludwig, he's a guy.
Yep, quite a important character.
Yeah,
But
keep
again,
an
at
eye
this
on
point,
him.
you don't know that. It's also worth noting, right, maybe we should at some point show the actual stat change between the armors, because there actually is.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, look at
when you
that.
first play this game, you don't always know what the numbers mean, but obviously if they're blue, that's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's blue across the board, isn't it? And
Yeah.
more importantly, just look at the cosmetic
Yeah.
upgrade. Gosh, if you found that suit, you would just think you were badass and you'd want to go and kill some beasts, which is exactly what
Yeah.
I want to do. We're going to go somewhere in between, though. I'm going to go back to the first floor sick room just briefly.
Yes, I'd forgotten about this. When you said earlier about we're going to try and do all the NPC quests, good luck. This one is hard.
Yeah, we can do this,
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
So we're back in
Listen.
Yusefka's clinic. Let's go and see what's up
If
these
we can
stairs.
get all the huge materials, we can get all the NPCs.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yusefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do.
Yusefka's blood vial.
Now, go. And good hunting.
Kind and generous lady there who wants us to basically get out of her face. Let me talk again.
Yeah.
Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, try to understand my position. I can only pray for a fruitful hunt.
So some important points there is, first of all, she seemed a pretty worried, anxious character based on her voice. She specifically says that we are not allowed in because she's got patients in there and she cannot possibly put them in the way to get like infection. So that's something that's not happening. She's not opening these doors to anyone.
Interesting.
What do you think the real life equivalent is of a Bloodborne character giving you some of their own blood?
Like, I don't know. Like, it's
What
almost
can you
like
give?
blood is like beer in this, or not beer. It's like
Yeah,
magic
she
beer.
made it. Aye, it's beer that she made.
Yeah, beer that out of her like piss or something. I don't know.
I was thinking living room.
You were thinking what?
Living room.
Right. Right. So here's the blood vial.
Blood vial acquired from the lady doctor at Yusefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP. This rare blood vial is a product of a slow and careful refining process, likely devised by the doctor herself.
Okay, I'm going to stick that on the first slot and the mollies on the second slot. Might put the punch and blood cocktails on the third slot. Why not? Because one thing I think this game added is that even if you're in the middle, you can just not. That's a different game I'm thinking of. Pardon me.
No, can you not hold down?
No. I think that was Dark Souls 3 that introduced that.
Ah.
So if you
What
hold
if you
down...
double click it? What if you do?
Nah.
No? Okay.
So in later games, they added the function if you hold the down button on the D-pad, you'll zip to the first slot in your quick slots. which is quite handy. Yeah, it's good. There's always wee iterative things that they do in these games. I'm just going to run past these guys and get straight down to brass tacks up at the boss. Don't need to
So
fight.
viewers, if you weren't listening earlier, this is where you need to get in the comments and guess how many attempts on the next boss, whenever that may be.
The thing is with this boss is, and once it arrives, we'll talk, I'm sure, but it's quite underestimated by me a lot of the time, which just caused me to like overestimate it, I suppose, because I'm so careful around this boss.
This is a one where, like, when I played Bloodborne for the first time, I was...
Where's my gun?
I was at my... you've unclipped it. when you're trying to cycle the items.
Yeah.
I was at my gaming peak. Feels, oh my... So, no quite like Guffy is the new, that kind of peak. But I was at my gaming peak, and the amount of bosses... When I first played this, I first tried this one, first tried another one coming up in a wee while. I had quite a few of the first half of the game bosses. I'm like, oh man, either this game's a bit easy, but I was told it wasn't easy, or I'm just really good. But then see, when I played it, I replayed it. Oh man, the amount of times I struggled with every single boss.
Yeah.
Like, on my replay, I don't think I first tried a single boss, and I actually was like almost rage quitting at some of them.
Yeah. It's tough, man.
So, I know.
It's tough. Just the amount of combos were staggering at the time, and sometimes you just underestimate just how many hits they're going to give you. You really need to be careful. This is a brutal combo, but I should have really just aggroed the guy first.
Yeah,
or that,
because they're quite slow. Nice.
I'm not going to get it, but I'll get you. Oh,
this is where you can use pebbles.
Sorry.
Oh, you can use pebbles, remember, to gain folk to come and get you without aggroing other folk.
That's true. I just didn't want to go back too far there and attract the ire of the wolves. Really struggle with this. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. The window is generally quite like wide in comparison to like other Souls games.
Is that right?
But just in case the viewers are sitting there worried about it.
Yeah.
Practice.
I promise you.
Getting overconfident because he's played this already.
Yeah, no, I know. So let's just clear this up. We actually did do a run of this, but we kind of messed up something on the recording. Lots of things. So this is actually a kind of re-record, but I'm not complaining. But yeah, it just means that I'm maybe a wee bit too confident.
Literally everything has went worse.
That's true.
I can't think of a single thing that's happened in this recording that's went better.
Well, let's see.
Let's see indeed.
Boss number 1. Let's go.
The Cleric Beast.
Yeah, so two hands here.
One slightly bigger than the other. There's a really popular meme at some point about somebody's wanking hand, and it's definitely appropriate. But you know what I mean. It's always Rafael Nadal. There's a picture of Rafael Nadal, and it's like his left arm, just the way it tends to some angle, looks literally 5 times the size of his right arm. But anyway, this boss feels is probably one of the most. I don't know if best is the right answer, but sometimes the sound design of that scream.
Yeah, it's
awful. It is embedded in my brain. So one of the things this added to us before I get back to my other point is limbs are a thing. So if you hit a particular limb on some bosses enough, it can cause them to stagger, which gets you those like hits in where he's able to run in and then smash his head in. But that scream, see, once you've played this game a lot and you've fought this boss a good few times, if you were to go back and listen to the soundtrack doesn't have that screaming, obviously, but you can hear it.
Yeah, you feel it.
It's in your head, and it's just really impressive that they've managed to get something that does that too. Because he's screaming so often, it could be a really annoying thing, but it isn't to me. It's just very visceral, but it doesn't get annoying. Not to me, anyway.
I think I'm more than holding on here.
Absolutely fine here. Yep. But that's when you're at most at risk. I think we said in the last one, because if you're sitting there thinking that this game looks too hard, literally the only thing you can do that really would not help, it's just impatience. When you see this boss, this health bar, it's sometimes the worst time you can be in, because you're going to just try and wrap R1, but it's all about being patient. Don't just, when he's grabbing you, don't think, oh, can I get him now? Just wait, and then there you go. First try.
First try? Yeah.
Yep, twice in a row, viewers, spoilers. Wow. Guffy actually beat that boss first try last time as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sword Hunter badge. We'll check that out.
Yep, let's go. Badge of the
badge of the ones.
Badge of the badges, crafted by the Healing Church. The silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts.
So that was the cleric beast there, and that's twice we've heard of this guy, Ludwig. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. And some people, there's a whole thing, like for a long time, everyone assumed that was Ludwig.
Mm-hmm.
But that is not the case.
There we go. Okay, so we've let in
Ludwig later.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, as the bell tolls there, I think that, Dougie, is an episode of gaming.
I think this may have been an episode of gaming.
I think it was an episode of gaming. Yeah.
Cave an episode of gaming, anyone?
Yeah. So with the viewers, as we'll say, cheerio to you. Thank you for viewing. We appreciate you, as always.
Yeah, thank you for participating in the guessing of the boss comment thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the comment
and
game.
if you got it right, just well done. We'll maybe give you a shout out at the next time we have a video coming out. We've seen the comment.
Yep.
So just hold on to your trousers.
Okay, cheerio.
See you later.